In this video, we will be looking at TBC 2026.10. I will give you a quick high-level overview of what enhancement and updates we made in this new release.
Let's now have a look at all the new enhancements and updates we made to TBC 2026.10. First of all, let's have a look at the connected workspace and what can be done in there now. So, let's start with a new project. As you see, you will now be able to create it directly into one of your Trimble Connect projects. And let's go test one data. There we go. We'll just choose that and simply go there. Good. Now this project is created directly in your connected workspace in the Trimble Connect platform. And now we can choose our coordinate system. Let's quickly do that. There we go. Got our coordinate system. Let's bring in some data next. Go. And let's say we want to quickly get some line work done, so I'll just simply process feature code library here. We'll add that to the project as well. There we go. We're adding a feature code library now. Let's process it so we have some line work. There we go. As you can see, we now have some line work. Let's quickly go and just switch off the RTK vectors and the total station stuff. There we go, simple as that. And now we have that. Good. So, new enhancements made to the connected workspace. If you click on that now, we can actually go to settings. And what can be done is you can actually publish your feature code library to the project, so that will be available to everyone that accesses it. If you want to be able to create Trimble Access job files, you just make sure you tick that, enable the project files in there, and then down here you can see we now have our coordinate system that we chose for Trimble Business Center. This is the coordinate system that it has in the Connect project, and we can now tell it please sync it to make sure that my coordinate system in Connect lines up with my TBC project. Now when any jobs gets created in this Connect project, that will be the default coordinate system that will be available. If you want more details, simply click on details and you will see the coordinate system. You can look at the datum. If there was site calibration done, all that information will be put in there. Now that you have that all set up, we can go to field data. And we won't have anything in there yet, but if we click on the create button, you will now get the command window where you can generate your field data job files directly in Trimble Business Center. Select your project name, let's do as bold check, and then the description, so you can add that if you want to. You can assign it to somebody specific, so let's do it for myself. You can add tags as well. Then you can select what you want to send to this job file, so I'll just say select all and then go create, and yes, we would like to send that up to the Connect project. Again, you now have the option to change the name if you want to. If you're happy with that naming, simply click create. And that will now create the job file in Trimble Connect for us. So when we go to Trimble Access, there is my Connect project. I will open up that one. If I then go sync it, when it's synced up, I will find my job file that I created. Simply click on download. There you have your job file, and now you have everything you require in Trimble Business Center into your job file, and that is available now in Trimble Access, and the guys can start with the work that they need to do. So that's a simple and easy way to sync project coordinate system data and files interconnect, and then how to get that directly into Trimble Access by creating job files using that interface. Let's have a look at the CAD space. If you go to CAD, you will see we now have this copy option. So this is a improvement. So if I select that, I go copy, and I then simply go to paste. That will have copied and pasted my line. You can actually do this from different softwares, from a project to one project to another. If you copy it from one project, you close TBC, open up a new project and paste, you will have that exact copy that you did in there. So if I do that, I simply click on my line. Now you'll see all the lines I have. I can just move it away. And that is an easy way to generate a copy of anything in Trimble Business Center, or if you copy it from other software, this copy functionality would work, and you can then move around your data and make exact copies of anything in TBC. As you can see, you also have the Space Special available now. If you want to just copy numbers, or it was a formula and numbers only needed, that can all be done now using that functionality. Another enhancement we made was to flags. A lot of people asked us, how can we manage flags? Can we do something? So what we've done is we've actually added this. You can now see you can add it into a specific category, and if you want to, you can generate your own categories as well. So we got a warning and an error. You can do new categories. Bad. As you see, you can change the flag to a specific one, and then you can tell if it's an error or just a warning, and that will then be an option in the columns. You can actually show all that. So now you have different ways of managing your flags with different colors, so it's easy for you to discern which ones are ones that need attention and which ones are just warning flags that you don't need to, and you can group them into different groups to make it easier for you to view them and see what's going on in those flags. So as you can see down your flags, you now have the option to have those ones, and you can switch them on and off in your View Filter Manager. Another enhancement we made to TBC is, you remember the support or the help, quite cumbersome to go through. So what we've added now is we added the TBC Assistant. So if you click on that icon, that will open up Assistant in your web interface, in your default web browser, and this is where you can now use natural language to ask the agent any questions about TBC, and it will give you answers relating to that. You can ask it for a specific workflow, you can ask it for steps on how to do a specific workflow. If you just want more detail on what something means in TBC, that can all be done. I'll just quickly use this prompt that we have generated already and show you what the result looks like. The agent will always refer you back to the Field Systems Help Portal information where it got the data from. So you can always go double check and see if what it gives you is accurate. So this would be a nice way for you to find out certain workflows in TBC. It explains exactly where you can find the commands. It will take you through the step. It will show you little images as well of what to expect, and then it will give you different ways of how to do it. You'll see some optionals as well, and then from there it tells you what to see, how to go about it, and then you can see the actual Field Systems Help Portal files where you can go and read more if you want to, or check that everything is accurate. So there is a new enhancement there, and hopefully that will make it easier for everybody to find more details relating to help functionalities. For a lot of you have requested that as well. We have now added the dark theme. So if you want to use dark mode, that is something that is available now in TBC. Simply select it, close TBC, open it up, and you'll have the dark theme available. So those that have asked for it, that is now available for TBC as well. Another enhancement we made is on the layer side. So you'll see I have switched that off so long. So this is show all empty layers. So if I go into the View Filter Manager now, you will see these are all the layers that has no data in for a lot of them. So if you want to make sure you only view what has information, simply click hide, and you will see now we have a much more trimmed down view filter that only shows the layers that have data in there. So this is an easy way for you to quickly switch off all the layers that you don't need. If you go into your layer manager, you will now see that has also taken away all the layers in the CAD environment that has no data and only shows you the layers that has relevant data in for you to digest. We also added on the drafting side how you can create DynaView boundary sets. So if you go to your create DynaView, if you just want to create a single DynaView, you can still use it that way. But if you want to create a DynaView boundary set, click there. This will be set 1. You can tell it what your width of your paper is, which you would like to create for this DynaView boundary set. The plot scale that you would like. You can tell it how many columns and rows you would like to generate, the overlap, and then we can stick it in a layer. Let's just go drill plans for now. The origin of this. So if I click there, now you can easily see, okay, great. This at a 1/50 scale, I would probably not need that amount. I can probably just go with 1 column. And let's go there again. So now I have 1 column. I can fit that in. So this will be a 1/50 plot scale. And then if I click there, you can now see I have my DynaView boundaries already generated, so it's easy for me to then split it up and make more of that. In your Project Explorer, you will now be able to view them as well, and there you go. You can actually go into the properties and be able to interact with that DynaView boundary set that you generate for yourself. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for those DynaView boundary set creations in TBC. Another enhancement we made in TBC for those that do transformations and would like to be able to save those transformations and actually use it on different projects when you need to use the same transformation. If you go in here, you will now see the option of loading a transformation that you previously did, or you can save it. So let's say you get transformations on PDF documents and you load them up, you work with them, then a few weeks later you get a new set or updated design sets and you want to use the same transformation instead of having to redo it. You can now just save it and then load that transformation up into your project, and all your PDF documents can be placed in the right spot with that transformation that you have saved. So hopefully that will help in using transformations that you have calculated and need reused. Another small enhancement we made, if you go down to snaps, you will see that we have added a point cloud snap as well. So when you use 3D view and you have point clouds and you would like to have that snap activated and make it easier to work with those point clouds, don't have anything loaded now, but this will be available now where you can actually more accurately click and select data when it's in point clouds. As you may have noticed, my ribbon looks a little bit different to what the default is currently in Trimble Business Center. So why the change? We have added 80+ commands into TBC from the ANZ toolbox. So for those of you that previously used it, this is now incorporated directly into TBC. You will see, especially when you look at the BIM tab, there is how you can create objects now. These are some of the commands that were brought in. They are sprinkled across all the tabs in TBC. Under drafting, you'll find quite a lot. The line work one we split up now for you to just focus on those things. CAD has had its review as well. There's some specific commands in there. We'll have a power hour that focuses on all these commands and what has been added. So keep an eye out on that. This for everybody that has a subscription license. You will have all those commands incorporated into the latest version of TBC, and you will be able to use them going forward. Next up is some enhancements on takeoffs. So we have improved reporting. If you go into your project settings, you will now see there is custom fields, and when you open up that for line strings, you can see we have custom fields that you can now create, as well as the MSI manager. There is some custom field options for you just to add some extra reporting options for you in the takeoff environment. Next enhancement is under point clouds. So you will see we added a new command and workflow. This is the analyze curb ramps. So when you have a specific curb ramp for accessibility, we can now use the information from point clouds to then set up this analysis where you can generate a final ramp compliance report without the need for manual field measurements, and you can analyze and see if that is within the specific specifications for that curb ramp, if that is the kind of workflows you use to check those built in the field. For our customers in the pavement inspection world, we've now added support for concrete and asphalt analysis, including joint concrete and rut calculations, including cross-slope detection at provided intervals at min-max average slopes values for road segments. So that is available now, and deflect detection, AI detection for cracks, seal cracking, and patching and residual misalignments. So those are some of the enhancements on the pavement inspection workflows for this release. On the feature extraction side, we now have the option to extract 3D mesh creation or create 3D mesh creation. We can actually create a watertight mesh from point clouds to aid the creation of mine development maps going forward. As well as underground mine extraction can be done now, extracting CAD information from point cloud datasets so that you can create 3D line strings at key points along tunnel scans. So for instance, the center, floor, center and back, and contours for the floor, mid-rib and shoulder. That can all be done now in Trimble Business Center. And that concludes a quick high-level overview of all the new enhancements and updates we have made in the latest version, that is TBC 2026.10.